Welcome to August meditation on clearing the foreign energy from your aura. Tonight, we're going to look at the foreign energy and clear it because foreign energy collects up in your aura all the time, daily. And it doesn't have to be, it could be from anywhere, I should say it that way. It can be from being out in the world, from going to the grocery store, from work, electronic communication, I won't say it really acts like a filter, but it collects up and it does go there before it gets into your body. So if some of you are really aware of energy sitting in your aura, sometimes you can feel them before they actually come in and maybe affect your physical body and your chakras. So when you're around people, they may direct energy at you. You may have some pretty strong agreements to keep them out, but this will be a great way. We're going to look at it two ways. One is we're going to look at it by just tuning into our aura. So you can look for people and foreign energies and textures and colors, sense that, move it out. And then we'll do it on our reading screens. So that way you have two ways to keep yourself really clear. And then you can go back and forth, or you can use both of them. And I clear my aura every day. So of course, I'm going to walk you through each of the steps from getting grounded. I know for you people who are on all the time or work with me often or have taken classes, you have the tools for grounding, releasing, creating your reading screen. But for people who are new to it, I have to just take a moment to walk through the basic steps. So all right, here we go. Go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths and relax. Close your eyes. With your back straight, your feet flat on the floor. If your chin is level, that helps to keep you from dozing off. And see if you can bring your aura in around you. Since your aura spreads out through the day, or when you walk in your front door, it usually spreads out maybe even to the corners of the room. So you can imagine scooping your aura back in, or just with like a visual, pulling your energy back in your aura so it sits around you about 2 feet on all sides. It's that nice egg-shaped bubble. So it's 2 feet under your feet, 2 feet over your head, above your head, excuse me, and 2 feet around you evenly on all sides. And if you have a current grounding cord, go ahead and release it. Let it retract into the center of the planet. When you release your grounding cord, when it retracts into the center of the planet, it just goes back to neutral energy. And to make a grounding cord, you locate the base of your spine, and with a mental image, you're going to create a line of energy that connects you from the base of your spine, goes down through the layers of the planet, through the rocks and the rubble and just the different layers, all the way into the center of the planet where it plugs into the crystalline core. And that grounding cord, or that line of energy, can look like anything. It can look like a hollow tube. That hollow tube could even be made of rocks or crystals. It can be made of anything. Just use your imagination. So at the base of your spine, if you have a problem keeping your grounding cord attached, you can tape it, glue it. We are going to expand it out. But once you have that connection, know that it can stay there. So don't overthink it. And when it plugs into the crystalline core, make sure it's firmly attached. And you can tell if your grounding cord's firmly attached by plucking it with your psychic finger. So it's like plucking a guitar string that's tight. And once you make that grounding cord, you may even start to feel gravity pull, because it works at about 35% pull with the gravitation with your grounding cord, so that really energies can release with ease. All you have to do is have the thought that you want something to release, and it will. But before we get started with releasing energies, I want to see if you can expand it out. Quite often I talk about expanding your grounding cord to hips width. And whatever you expand it at the top, you should expand it the same diameter in the middle as in the center of the planet. Don't overthink it. But for tonight, because we really want to make sure we're clearing our aura, see if you can expand your grounding cord out to encompass your aura. That means your grounding cord is going to go out as far as about 2 feet around you on all sides. So that is quite wide. And what you'll want to do now is, if you can imagine tucking your aura into your grounding cord, I see it like a psychic hand kind of going around. If you imagine tucking sheets into a mattress, you tuck it in and it looks nice and tight between the mattress and the box spring. Well, imagine tucking your aura in to your grounding cord. So your aura is kind of tucked in, your grounding cord underneath your feet. And this will help you to release more energies out of your aura. So now that you have that visual and your aura tucked in, I want you to start to release the energies from your week. Maybe you need to go back and release energies from the past month since the last meditation. So tuning in, I want you to sense where energy has collected up. If you don't sense it, that's okay. But you might start to notice that maybe there's a little blob of energy kind of maybe up by the right side of your head. And remember, it can come in anywhere. So this is where you want to sense around your body 360. So energies like to collect up from in the back or kind of out at an angle because they're harder for us to see. So tune into your aura. And I first want you to release any energies that you're feeling, and then I'll call out some energies for you to look for and release. You might see some darker textures and colors. Say hello to them, acknowledge them, let gravity pull them down the grounding cord. If you've been traveling, I can guarantee you'll have energy that's collected up in your aura. Think about the people in the airport, in the plane that you've been sitting in that plane with 4 hours. You're definitely going to have some foreign energy in your aura from travel. And I want a reminder for all of you who do travel. When you're in an airport, especially if you have connections or you get to your location or home, wherever your destination is, and you're tired, there's a good indication that you have a lot of foreign energy in your aura. And that's where you really want to go back and clear, from the, getting to the airport, to waiting at the airport, to being on the plane, to lines and, taxis or shuttles. Tune in and see if you have any awareness of people who have collected up in your aura. If you have kids, you may find them in your aura, especially if they're young. They might be tucked right in under, like underneath your arm or really close in. That's okay, but you can also move them to the side, just right outside your aura. You're still there, they're still connected, but moving them out gives you a little bit more space. So if they're really, really little, you'll probably leave them in, but when they start to get to be a little bit older, it's a good idea to just move them at least to the edge of your aura. You might find partners, parents, siblings. And if you see somebody in your aura, then you just make a note of that so you'll know to check for them again. Because if you see them now, they could be a person who collects up in your aura quite a bit. They might be trying to ground through you. They're looking at you for some information on healing. It could be anything. So if you see them, sometimes it's just they want just a hello from you. So move them out. Just literally just move them out. You can just, you could send them down the grounding cord, or you can just literally pull them out of your aura on the outside and just let their energy go. And I want you to sense if you have unconscious energy in your aura. Sometimes we get so full, it can fill up our entire aura. It could be from the bottom of your aura up partway. And I always check above my head for foreign energy. You could always take a sticky gold rose and run it through the top of your, above your head. You can run it through any part of your aura, but I'm always taking a sticky gold rose and running it around the top of my crown to collect up foreign energy that settles there. And that can be from people, or just the unconscious energy from all the people on the planet. So when you're done with that rose, you just visualize it, putting it outside your aura and exploding it. And that unconscious energy can give you anxiety. It can make you very depleted. So it's always an energy I check in my space. All my spaces every day is unconscious energy, maybe some competition energy, and then, you know, anything that I might be experiencing. So I'll tune in, expand, you know, ground, expand my grounding cord out, tuck my aura in, and I kind of go through, what do I feel? What's in my space? Start to release that energy. So that's how I start my meditation. And we'll go ahead in just a moment here and create the reading screen, because then you can move on to the reading screen to look at yourself that way. So it's really nice energies that you didn't or weren't able to tune into or see with your grounding cord, releasing it off your aura as you're sitting there and feeling it around you. When you do it on your screen, remember, it creates a space where you can look at energies neutrally. So what you don't sense in and around you, you'll be able to see in a symbol on that screen, which is how clairvoyants read energy, is by making like a reading screen, computer screen, movie screen. So allow your aura to keep releasing down your grounding cord. And then about a foot out in front of your head, I want you to visualize or create in a mental image a white blank screen. It can have a border. If it's white, it's a lot easier to read energy. So that's why white is the color for a reading screen. And at the base of that screen, you're going to ground it with just a hollow tube, like a grounding cord, to hold that screen in place. If you don't ground your screen, it may tend to move around because foreign energies don't want to be cleared. And then we ground symbols on our screen for the same reason, so that they don't move around, because foreign energies can be tricky and don't want you to see it. So if you ever have a problem with something moving around, you need to ground it, or you keep exploding it and keep recreating it until you clear enough foreign energy to be able to ground it and get it to stay in place. Okay, so if you have your reading screen out in front of you with a grounding cord, I want you to create the symbol of either a, some of you like to use roses, or you could use a clear bubble. It's just a symbol that's going to hold the energy of your aura. So on your screen, create the symbol of a clear bubble or a clear rose, however you prefer, or whatever's easiest for you to look at energy. And in that clear symbol, I want you to give it a grounding cord and ground it into the center of the planet. And as you're creating that and grounding it, have the thought that that holds the energy of your aura. And this is great because now you can kind of see energies without the interference of, say, the body in that space. I want you to just give it a neutral look right now. What does it look like? Are you seeing dark, heavy textures, colors, anything in there that you're like, ew, I know that's not my energy and that's foreign energy? And again, it could be people. So whatever you see, you're going to allow gravity, because every time you make a grounding cord, it works with gravity. You're going to allow gravity to pull that energy out of that symbol. Just say hello to what you know doesn't belong and allow it to flow down that grounding cord into the center of the planet. And I'll tell you, sometimes when I'm reading people's energy, or I'll be reading them, and then somebody that's I'm reading their energy of somebody else in their session. So I'm looking at some other energy for them. When I look at, when I see a really dirty aura, for those of you who are old enough to know the Peanuts cartoon, there was Pigpen. He was the little boy that everywhere he walked, there was like this dust cloud that was around him. And that's what a dirty aura looks like to me. That is a great example of a dirty aura, is where you have all this crap that's collected up and it just kind of follows you around. And remember, whatever energy you're bringing into a space, if your aura is dirty, people are going to feel it, whether it's in person, online, over the phone. So it's so important to keep your aura clean and clear, because where you vibrate and how you vibrate out is what you attract back to you. So it's really important to keep it clear. All right. I want you to specifically look for unconscious energy in your aura. See where it is. Is it in a certain percentage? Is it located in a certain area? Is it the right half, the left half, the bottom, the whole thing on top? And remember that, when you're looking at that symbol, if it's to the top, it's probably more towards your crown. If it's at the bottom, it's probably more towards your root chakra, but kind of have that visual that that bubble or rose, kind of where the layers are of that unconscious energy, is going to have to do with where it's sitting in your own physical space. I want you to look in your aura for resistance. There's so much weird, crazy, junky energy happening on the planet right now. Are you in resistance to that energy? You'll probably feel it or see it in your aura. So look in that symbol on your screen for resistance. And that resistance could even be about being in the body, because there's just so much harsh energy, and everybody on this call or in this healing tonight, you're all sensitive. So you're going to feel it probably more than a lot of other people. So you may be in resistance to just all that pain on the planet. So release that out of the symbol on your screen. Look at your aura for people who have thrown judgments at you. Now I want you to tune into your aura. Is there anything that you're specifically working through yourself? that you see in this space that you know needs to be cleared? And one more thing, I want you to look for demands. So if you work for other people or you have clients, they may put their demands in your space. It may not completely be in your into your body, where they may not have like quite corded you in a chakra, but they could be putting some of their demands in your aura. So you'll take care of some of their to-do list, so to speak. So look for demands in your aura. And your aura might start to seem a lot clearer on your screen. It might even come up to kind of a translucent or crystally color, where you can really see that bright, shiny you. But a way to make sure that you're mostly or all clear, I don't know if it's possible to get 100% clear all the time, because energies can keep impacting you constantly, even in this healing tonight, because we're all, exchanging energy right now, even though it's over the ethers. I want you to ask your symbol, what percentage is there still some foreign energy in your aura that is affecting you? Get your percentage. And you can even ask the symbol to illuminate what that is. You don't necessarily have to interpret it. You're just looking for textures or colors. So if there's a percentage, look for that percentage in that texture or color, release it down the grounding cord. Okay, really good job, everyone. Like every symbol on your screen that you read energy or in your body, we need to replenish that space with gold. Gold assimilates with the body. It's high vibrational. So we'll start on the screen above the symbol that's holding your aura on the screen. I want you to create a large, warm golden sun sitting right above it. And I want you to bring that sun in through your aura on the screen in the symbol. And I want you to fill that whole space up with gold. You can run some of the gold down the grounding cord as well. And when you're done filling that space in, you can, if you were using a bubble, you can take a visual of a pin and pop that bubble to disperse the energy. If you were using a a rose, you can take that rose, put it inside a gold rose and blow the rose up. Remember, we always want to clear the picture off our screen so it's not just hanging out there. And then when you're done using your screen, you just kind of let it go. You don't have to think, what do I do with my screen? It's just kind of there. I mean, my screen is always there. So the second I want to look at something, I put a symbol on my screen. So just, your screen is there, or if it's you think that's going to bother you, you could always scrunch the screen up. You could put it in a gold rose and blow it up if that's easier for you. Okay, so you've filled your aura in on your screen, and now you need to fill your physical body in and your aura in with that energy. So above your head, we haven't done this yet, but let's collect up the energy that we've left out in the world over the past week, or if you need to go further back since the last time you've collected your energy. First, we'll start with creating a large, warm golden sun above our heads. and to collect up your energy. Remember, your sun is kind of like a magnet that your energy can easily find its way back to you and into the sun. It could look like a vapor. It could look like lines of energy, like strings, colorful lightning bolts, whatever works for you. Or just have the postulate that wherever you've left your energy, 360 degrees in places and spaces with people, over emails, phone calls, electronic communication, Zoom calls, postulate all of your energy comes back to you and flows into that sun above your head. And bring that sun in through the top of your head, saturating all of your cells and organs. So you want to have that gold flow to the tips of your toes, saturating all your cells in your feet, your ankles, your calves, up your thighs. You can go from the top down too. I just fill up from the bottom going up. Saturate all your cells and organs. Make sure that gold runs down to your fingertips and up to the top of your head. You can even allow some of that gold to spill out the top of your head. And you can run some down through your grounding cord as well. And then we're going to use one more golden sun to set the energy for, you could either set it for the rest of your evening. You could set it, use a golden sun to put postulates in it to set your energy for the rest of the week or the rest of the month. So again, above your head, about 6 inches, create a large warm golden sun. This is where you can have words written in gold that you send into your golden sun, or it could just be thoughts, just postulates. Maybe you need some validation, vitality, maybe some ease, fun, productivity, success and certainty, gratitude, whatever that is to you. Add whatever energies into that sun above your head. And when you're ready, bring that sun in through the top of your head, again, saturating all your cells and organs. Run some of that gold down your grounding cord, so your gold from the center of the planet, your toes, up your legs, torso, to your fingertips, to the top of your head. So the grounding and replenishing anchors your physical body to your spirit, your physical body to the planet, and your spiritual body to your physical body. This is how you get into present time, clearing out the foreign energy and then collecting up your energy from wherever you left it and bringing it back into your body. And if you have a hard time staying in your body, some people do, then you'll probably want to do this quite often. You can ask yourself, what percentage am I grounded in my body right now in present time? And if you get a lower number, you'll want to continue to create golden suns, collecting up more of your energy, bringing it in through the top of your head until you're a lot more in your body. People who have had traumas or who are working through a lot of emotional, or they're in distress, they'll probably be partway out of their body, or they could be very far away from their body. So you want to make sure you, if you're going through a lot, continue to bring your energy back and fill yourself in. And that's will help you, especially if somebody runs the energy of anxiety. The more you can bring your energy in and get grounded, it really helps to abate some of the anxiety. Okay. When you are ready, you can open your eyes and come out of trance. Thank you for being here tonight. Have a good evening.